Hello and welcome to Almost 30 Podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Lindsay and Krista. We're so elated you're here.
We're hanging in person at the new studio, and we've had half of tour is done.
How are you feeling?
I feel I was processing. I love my mom. You guys know I've talked about the mother wound. I've talked about my relationship with my mom over the years. And so if you're new, welcome. I share about the mother wound. It's just a collective wound that many of us have experienced and struggled with. It has to do with the relationship you have with your mother, the relationship she has with her mother, the relationship with women, etc. And so on tour, my mom came to the stop, and dude, I've just been processing the experience of that. And yeah, so basically, okay, let me just set the stage. You were there for it. So I was processing this yesterday in therapy. So I'll bring you guys up to speed. So we're at brunch. I'll give 3 examples. So we're at brunch, and I was asking my mom about my rebel phase. Remember? I was like, oh, like my rebel phase. I was like, did you think I would ever be anybody? Because my book just came out, even though she hasn't said anything about it still. You guys, I didn't get a call on book launch day. I didn't get a text. I got a text the next day that said, in Target, no book.
Dude.
I sent that to one of my friends. She's like, I'm getting that tattooed.
There's just like there's no like softness or
0.
just aware of sign of the times.
Anything.
Yeah.
No, in Target, no book. I just like what I've been processing is like me and my brain now, prefrontal cortex developed, done so much work. What was my brain when I didn't have this awareness thinking? That's what I'm really struggling with right now is I'm like, oh, now I laugh at it. I'm like, oh, that's classic. It just is funny to me. But I'm like, me as a little girl, like, what do you even mean? So we're at brunch in Nashville. Me, Lindsay, my sister, my mom, my best friend was supposed to come. Her alarm didn't go off, whatever. That's like friends that you've been friends with your whole life. You see them once a year and they don't even show up. You're like, okay, whatever.
You hear an excuse, you're like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, dog ate my homework. Okay, you freak. So we're at brunch, and I was like to my mom, did you ever think I would be anybody or like be anything? I really just meant like, did you ever think I'd make it out alive? And she's like, oh, I always knew you'd be something. And I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, wow. And I was like, this is interesting. And she's like, I always just thought you'd be a politician or a lawyer. And I was like, oh. And she's like, because you could lie through your teeth. I was like, what? I was like, I was a kid. What are you talking about? She's like, you were always an amazing liar. So I thought you'd be a lawyer or a politician. I'm like, what?
Dude. What's so funny about parents sometimes, especially when it comes to lying, their kids lying, it's like there's very rarely the question that they ask themselves of, I wonder why my kid's lying.
100%.
Because I mean, I lied a lot too about the stupidest shit and like nothing ever extreme or whatever. But I'm like, why was I lying? Because I didn't feel comfortable telling or asking my parents. Why didn't I feel comfortable? And then there's that list. And it's like, I want to be a parent now that like, we're definitely going to have rules and boundaries and all the things. But I want you to feel comfortable telling me anything.
Yeah.
Or almost anything. You can have your therapist for other things you don't want to tell me.
I honestly think I was just lying about dumb stuff. Like, did you jump on the trampoline today? And I'd be like, no. And I did. You know, like I honestly,
totally.
Who knows though? But
as you got older, I'm sure you were lying about like,
for sure.
like going somewhere and being somewhere else.
That's
or
factual.
Like, who are you hanging out with? Oh, Jody and Sarah. And you're like, with a dude. That's what I would do.
So true. Actually, that's true. I was lying about that. So then we were at, and then we had our tour stop in Nashville, and still hasn't complimented, said one congratulations about the book. It's like it's the elephant in the room. And she raises her hand to ask questions during the Q&A.
If parents are in the room during Q&A at our tour stop, they're going to ask questions.
They're going to ask questions.
And what did she say?
She was front row center, raised her hand, her face. I could tell by her face. We were in for it. I literally saw her face.
Well, your face already started to morph. You were like,
oh no. When I saw her with a furrowed brow, I said, oh, get ready. Get ready. Something's coming up. So she's furrowed browed, and she goes, so I know about the soul cycle thing. That I get, but the pity parties. So you guys met at Soul Cycle, and then you started having pity parties. And then
In your
what made in
closets.
your closets, and then what made you guys think anyone would wanna listen to them?
Dude,
Or
this
what
is
made you guys
crazy.
think you would start recording your pity parties? I know. And it's good because the audience they know what it is. If you're at
Yeah.
our tour, you know what it
Yeah, you
is.
know
So
what's up.
we're on the same page.
Totally.
Me and the audience, everyone there, we're on the same we know what's up. We're like,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
they're picking up what I'm throwing
They're
down.
like, "Mother wound."
Yeah, they are. They're like, "She would."
Got
They're
it.
like, "She would." And I'm just like, "What did I say?" I was like,
You're like,
"Who said we were having pity
yeah,
parties?"
that's what you said. Mhm.
"Well, you guys are just complaining."
Well, it's
But
just yeah.
not false.
I'm just it's just so funny to think about her thinking of the question.
Oh,
So what am I
totally.
gonna ask them? They were complaining. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I'll
totally.
ask them why they were complaining.
Oh, yeah, literally. Okay, they just had this monumental achievement,
Uh,
took years to write. They've built this incredible business. Here, I'm in a room of women they've impacted in a positive way. What were you guys complaining about all the time?
but you know what's funny? And my dad's kind of similar to this, where they don't have the words or the ability to like just clearly directly say the thing most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
So to say like I'm really proud of you, or this is an incredible achievement, you should be so proud. Um but I heard your mom say like, I tell my friends about this. Like she's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like the way she is acting, she is proud,
Yes,
like she likes
totally.
to tell people and share with them what you're doing and the accomplishments in that way, but it's like harder for them to be like super, super direct. Um,
It's a language thing. It's a communication and language thing.
yes,
It's really
yes.
hard for them to metabolize and be like, "Hey, you did an amazing job."
Yeah,
You know, it's I mean, but she'll like be proud, but it's not to me. It's
totally.
to the public.
That's
It's to
very similar
Facebook.
to my dad too. Yeah.
She'll post pictures, like, I'm sure I actually should look from our trip because 'cause I'm sure she posted a picture of us, and we look alike, me and my mom look alike, and I know for a fact, my mom said people were like, "She looks just like you, Terry." And then people oh, here it is, it's the first one that showed up on my Facebook, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so ugly," right? She's like, "We look alike, what are you talking about? She's more beautiful than me." She says, "My daughter and her podcast partner, I am so proud of these 2 women." Also, my hair that day, so I looked
Can
like
I
a
say?
debutante. I don't know what it was, but something happened with that humidity, and I looked like a literal debutante. Also, how does my mom get more engagement on a Facebook post about me than I do on any of my posts? I see there's 78 comments.
What?
Usually my mom is just I need engagement tips from my mom.
78 comments?
78.
Wow, the divas run deep.
Oh, there we go. Looks like her mama. Thanks.
Thanks.
I can't.
I love it, thanks.
My debutante hair, this whole experience, like, I love that she called us women, though. That's interesting
Uh-huh.
to be called a woman.
Totally. Okay, you know how sometimes you feel like you're doing all the right things for your health? You're eating well, you're moving your body, you're drinking water, but you're still like, okay, something I think is missing. That was me. And I realized the supplements had weren't actually doing much. And that's when I found Symbiotica a few years ago. And it honestly felt different right away. So, first of all, their products taste so good, which makes me want to take them, which is something that we don't really talk about. That, like, not wanting to take a pill or anything like that. It's real for me at least, but their liposomal delivery system that they have for most of their supplements is just so easy. It's actually enjoyable. It tastes great. For example, I'm taking their liquid colostrum right now, which is so delicious. It's a vanilla sea salt flavor. And I've just noticed a big difference in my gut health. My skin and hair are feeling stronger than ever, looking great. And it's been great for immunity as we enter into the fall season. I'm doing all the things for immunity. Another thing I'm taking that I've taken for years now is their liposomal glutathione. It's a citrus berry flavor, and it's known for supporting digestion, glowing skin, and just helping your body feel a little bit lighter. It's a great master antioxidant. It's great for anti-aging, and the body loves to absorb this form, this liposomal form. So It's huge for me. I don't want to just check the supplement box. I actually want to feel it working. And the last one I want to mention is the vitamin C. The vitamin C is just this like really nice orangey citrus flavor, and it has biotin in it as well. So not only is it immune boosting, but it's great for your skin. And it's just like a very much a beautifying supplement too. So it's a double whammy. But what I really appreciate is the quality. Quality is of the utmost importance to Symbiotica. Their products are clean, thoughtfully made and designed so your body actually uses the nutrients. And again, this is one of the first supplement lines that really feels like it works with me rather than just adding another thing to my routine. So if you've been looking for something to help fill those little gaps, this is such an easy place to start. You're going to enjoy it a lot, and I trust them wholeheartedly. Go to symbiotica.com/almost30 for 20% off plus free shipping. That's Symbiotica, symbiotika.com/almost30 for 20% off plus free shipping. When it comes to wellness, I'm a little bit of both. I love my cozy, familiar routines, but I also get excited when something fresh and new comes along, you know? I love to test it out. And that's exactly how I felt when I tried Kachava's new strawberry flavor. I was like, strawberry, really? But it is so good. It's bursting with real freeze-dried strawberry, and it tastes like summer in a glass. And I just love a fresh strawberry taste. Sweet, fresh, and actually nourishing. So what I love about Kachava is that it's not just a protein shake, it's a whole body meal. Each shake has 25 grams of plant-based protein, 6 grams of fiber, and 85 plus superfoods, nutrients, and plant-based ingredients. Think adaptogens, antioxidants, greens, omega-3s, basically all the good stuff your mind and body crave. It is also ridiculously easy too. I throw 2 scoops in the blender with almond milk or regular milk and maybe some frozen banana. And in under a minute, I've got this creamy filling shape that keeps me energized and satisfied for hours. So whether it's breakfast on a busy day, a quick lunch between calls, or something to refuel after a workout, Kachava fits right in. And honestly, tastes amazing. So the strawberry, I'm loving. It's really next level, but I also love their classic flavors like chocolate, vanilla, and matcha. There are no artificial flavors, no weird aftertaste, just pure goodness. You've never tasted strawberry like this, so try the new one. Go to kachava.com and use code almost30 for 15% off your next order. That's KACHAVA.com. Use code almost30 for 15% off.
Okay, so the question happened. We just were like, I mean, you know what you got to do is just you pick up the ball where you can find it and you say, okay, she's asking why we started the podcast.
Yeah.
This is what you do with people this is what I've learned with people that are unhinged like that. What are you trying to say? I'm a great
Yeah.
interpreter. What are you trying to say in that delusion? It's like, oh, why did we start? And then the last one was in the car. When she got in the car after I had them take us to the airport. And she's in the car in the front seat and she's like, none of that I really related to. None of that I really, I didn't connect with any of it except the part on the friendship. Me and the divas.
And I was like, me and the body? And she's like, yeah, and the body.
Oh no, girl. Oh my God, when you said that. So she goes, oh my God, so funny. She goes, yeah, just friendship, me and the divas. And I go, what do you, her and her friends, the group, they call themselves the divas. And she goes, I was like, she's like, yeah, me and the divas, we've been friends forever. I'm like, what do you like about the divas? She's like, we don't take any shit. I go, what does that mean? Like, you're like old, middle-aged white women. Like, what do you mean? You like are like, and
they're like a motorcycle brigade.
I know, literally.
They're like defending the community.
Literally, we don't take any shit. You're like, what? Like Facebook, like posts
Comments.
about like Trump or something? Like, what are you even talking about? We don't take any shit. And I was like, okay, like what? And then, when she said the friend thing, you said the body. You're like, what about the body? And you know about my body journey from her.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you get your
But
body.
also every woman has the body thing. So that's why I was like,
and she goes, oh, and she just totally, that one just.
She left her body.
That one, yeah, that just bug on a windshield. Just didn't land, didn't resonate at all. I know, because that's what I was thinking too. I was like, dog, the body one? What are you talking about? It's like I got my whole body journey from you.
I know. I wonder if there's just like a block for some things with parents because they know that the origin of it started with
Oh, that's such a good one.
Where it's like hard to, because I know my dad's listened to the audiobook. So I know, and I didn't really talk directly about like my family, but I did obviously talk about like just aspects of who I am or learned I am today and why that is because of how I grew up.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
the anxiety or the people pleasing or whatever. And yeah, he might have the brain. He's very smart, but he might have the brain where he doesn't make the connection, Or
That
there's
is
just
so
shame.
wild.
Or there's just shame,
Totally. That's
like
what's
the money chapter. I
oh.
think he told me, he's like, you should send that money chapter to Sally Krawcheck. I'm like, Dad, I think she's got it together.
You should she's like, that's what's so funny is that generation, they're just like, hey, like they're so in their experience of they don't think about anyone else. So it's like you should send it to her. And then it's like, but what would she do with it?
I mean, love to my dad, but he was giving me 100 ideas on how we should market the book. And I was just, he's like, this association. And I was just like, Dad, like, first of all, we have PR. Second of all, like, you can't just put a call into Gwyneth Paltrow at Goop. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Just
just
send
like,
her a book and one day she's like, whoa, I need something to read.
it's just like,
She's like, thank God. I have a trip I'm going on.
it's just such an interesting thing where he's like proud, but then he pushes. He's like, okay, here's more things to do from someone who has no idea really what they're talking about in this realm.
Totally.
Like, okay.
I also got
Boundaries.
one of our emails of our book launch. My mom forwarded to my college
Oh,
and said, you should feature her.
I actually think that's true. I'm waiting for our colleges to reach out and be like, hey.
But it was funny, like there was no other context, but just a forward that was like, you should include her as a feature. There wasn't like no formalities, like just a forward chain.
Hi, how are you? To
Yeah,
whom it
no,
may
like-
concern.
Yeah, it was probably like,
My daughter is blah, blah, blah.
yeah, like she graduated, like I was even they don't even know that I went there. Like, it was just like, and she let me know, she's like, I submitted this to your college, da 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 da. It's funny because for her, that would be like making it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like People magazine, that like for her to be featured in my college is making it. Which would be easy, I think.
I know.
Like at this point, like hopefully easy.
Holy moly. Yeah, it's been fun though. I mean, I think what's, the parent stuff has been hilarious, but like seeing everyone, they've been so freaking sweet.
Oh, so good.
Just the best. Nashville, Austin, New York. You guys showed up. Just hearing from people like their stories, even like more recent transformations, because I
Yeah.
feel like so many people have been with us since the beginning.
Yeah.
And you just realize that like how seasonal these like transformations happen. Like they
Yeah.
had one back in the day when we were going through it, but
Yeah.
then there's kind of this next round of
Yeah.
transformation they're moving through and they've just felt better equipped. And
So true.
yeah, it's been amazing.
Because some it's like breakups, divorces, marriage. Like by the time,
Yeah.
we've gone through so much, they have too.
Mhm.
Kids, babies, starting businesses. Like, yeah, it was so interesting to see some of them over the years and how, like to know them. Like Sam.
I know. Oh my
She's
God,
been
Sam.
to like everything. She brought her dog.
Yeah.
I love
I was
her.
distracted. I was like, that dog is so cute.
Dude, I
could
was
not
like, can I take it
concentrate.
out? I know. I was like, I wanted to take it out of the thing. So it is like,
cute.
people, you're like old friends.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, like, I remember one tour or something. Sam was like, I was like, do you want to take me home? She's like, yeah. I was like, great, let's go home. I was like, perfect.
It's very Chris Dakota.
Very Chris Dakota. Then we're in her car for like an hour after. I was like, oh God. I had reached my limit though at the end of Austin. I was like, wow, I can't hold space anymore.
Yeah, you were
My
holding a lot of
spaciousness
space.
is, yeah.
Well, I think, yeah, you had a lot of people who had gone to your retreats or like things like that, which is amazing. But you also like know them so well. So it's like
Yeah.
you're really like deep with them, which can just be great and also a lot.
One of my clients was there
energy.
and we worked together for over a year and we're taking a break right now to integrate. And dude, it's so crazy. I think we were like married in a past life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when we're together, it's like it is when I saw her, I was like crying. And
Oh,
she was like
wow.
she was like shaking.
Oh,
We were like there's something about our connection and our sessions were literally like crazy. They just were so wild in the best way that I'm like, there's something about our connection that's very otherworldly and like
Oh, wow.
almost like I have a crush on her. It was so weird. Like it literally was like when I see her, I'm like, I'm like, "I like her." Like, it's so weird.
Okay, it's not an
No,
advertisement for Kristen's
honestly.
coaching.
I know, honestly, yeah, don't I kept it cool. I did I kept it PC. No, but I think we did have, like, cosmic lives, but there was something it was just very interesting. When I saw her, I was like I obviously told her and we talk about it, but
Totally.
it was very weird.
Yeah, it's funny when you meet someone where you've had, like, a karmic connection, you're just
Yes.
like, "Whoa, what is that
Yes.
feeling?"
Yes, where you're like, you're so familiar, or there's, like, that electricity
Mhm.
or knowing,
Mhm.
you know?
Totally.
It's just weird because you're for me, it's like my clients could be my, like, soulmates too, or, like, we're doing work together in
Uh-huh.
this lifetime,
Mhm.
and so whatever that is. I think it was a good move too to do New York and then Nashville and Austin, like,
Yeah,
back to back.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back-to-back was overall easy.
Yeah, except for
Just
being on the flight for 4 hours.
oh my god, we were on the tarmac for 4 hours, which is illegal.
Illegal.
Um,
I've
I
never
guess there
had
were
that happen.
storms somewhere, but it just felt like a huge, just, like, backslog of planes
Oh
just
my god.
sitting on the runway, like,
Dude,
everyone's looking at each other like, is I was actually surprised how chill everybody
I
was.
know.
I was ready for a riot.
Yeah. That one
4
lady was crying.
hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a woman in the back who was
Wailing.
wailing.
Mhm.
The story I had about her was that she either missed her wedding
Mhm.
or she
I think she got fired from her job, she said.
yeah, okay, got fired from her
Mhm.
job.
I'm like, "I don't know what job you're doing." It's Friday at 4 p.m.
Yeah, literally.
You an escort?
Okay, so let me paint the picture. Growing up, my comfort foods were always the same. Okay, I remember them vividly. Warm Hawaiian rolls at family dinners, a bagel on a Sunday morning slathered in cream cheese, and of course, giant bowls of noodles. I loved this like cheesy sauce that I used to get at the grocery store. But the problem is, as I got older, those foods didn't always love me back. That's why I am obsessed with Hero Bread. It lets me keep my favorites without the sacrifice, and my family loves them too. Their Hawaiian rolls are my number one. They're soft and pillowy, exactly how I remember them. Delicious. Their bagels, so good. My son also loves them. And these products have 17 to 19 grams of protein with only 1 gram of net carbs per serving. I am blown away. And now, Hero noodles, they're here. Honestly, been a game changer. They've got 12 grams of protein, 5 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and 32 grams of fiber, plus 60% fewer calories than typical noodles out there, which means yes. Pasta night is officially back in rotation over here. And no one at the table can even tell the difference. My husband did not tell the difference. What surprised me most is the texture. I thought healthier bread or noodles would taste dense or cardboardy, but Hero bread is fluffy and chewy and satisfying. The noodles are yummy. It feels indulgent, but it totally fits with my health goals, whether that's more protein, more fiber, which I am on a fiber kick, or just having meals that like are incredible and also healthy. And they don't just have like typical bread, they have tortillas, bagels, dinner rolls. And they have exciting drops, like batch drops, like the 2 gram net carb croissant, which oh, like I'm speechless over these. I got to try them once and now it has a 23,000 person wait list. Okay. I'm signed up for the next one. The bottom line is Hero Bread means no compromises, just delicious bread, rolls, tortillas, bagels, and now noodles that give me everything I love about my comfort foods, but with 0 grams of sugar, high fiber, and ultra low net carbs. Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Just go to hero.co. That's hero.co, hero.co, and use the code almost30 at checkout. You know, people think podcasting is just talking into a mic, but let me tell you, my brain does not shut off when I turn off the mic. Between planning episodes, researching topics, just thinking about the business. Sometimes my sleep gets disturbed, and lately it has been. And I have been leaning on my Beam Dream Powder. It's incredible. I got introduced to Beam's Dream Powder last year, and my sleep has just been so phenomenal when I take it. Dream is an all natural sleep blend made with science backed ingredients like reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, apigenin, and melatonin, all designed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. And unlike other sleep aids, there's no next day grogginess, just really deep sleep that helps you actually feel good in the morning. So, since adding Dream to my routine, I am finally sleeping through the night if my son lets me, without tossing and turning, without my mind running. I just wake up actually feeling refreshed, not groggy, not exhausted, just ready to take on the day. And I'm so thankful. And I'm not the only one. Beam has improved over 17.5 million nights of sleep, and 92% of users surveyed reported better sleep and waking up refreshed. And honestly, what I love most is Beam is an American company built and run right here. So when you support them, you're backing real people making great products the right way. Plus, for a limited time, Beam is giving our listeners their best offer yet, up to 40% off. Unbelievable. Try their best-selling Dream Powder and get up to 40% off for a limited time. Go to shopbeam.com/almost30 and use code almost30 at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/almost30 and use code almost30 at checkout for up to 40% off. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
I know, honestly. I just get savage about her. I'm like, oh, what are you?
It's just wild. Like, I actually, like, there's a liberation to being able to rip and cry like
I
that in
thought about
public,
that.
but I was like, I could never do that
What is the
unless
brain of someone
it's
like
like a
that?
traumatic thing,
Yes.
like where I cannot help myself.
Yeah. Like you lose your husband at war.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you lose someone in that instant, but it's like, eh, yeah, I'd tighten it up a little.
Oh, you tighten it up.
Do you know what I mean?
Even when you should. You're like,
Would you
tight.
wail?
I
In
kind of get
public?
envious. I would never. What do you mean never ever?
Yeah.
I do cry in public.
Yeah, I cry in
I've given
public.
myself permission to do that.
100%.
And then I look at people in the eye.
Oh yeah,
And
totally
I say,
trauma.
I say for yourself. I say feel free to feel. No, but I was thinking of the psychology of that because it could be attention seeking. It could be that no one paid attention, so she felt like she could because
Yeah.
it's like no one was paying attention anyways.
Yeah.
It could just be like I'm ownership of my feelings and I
Mhm.
really just want to feel.
Mhm.
So it could be something that's really cool or something that's really traumatic.
Yeah. And I think it could trigger people in either way too. It could trigger people to be like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
So they feel type of way. Or it's like, how could you, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
why?
I don't wish that I could, but I think it is liberating. It was like cool to see. I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Feel your feels.
Uh-huh.
And then we ate seeds and
Yeah,
crackers.
seeds and crackers for dinner.
Seeds and I had like nacho dust.
My nutrition that day was atrocious.
I
I
know.
was like, is my body okay?
I had 4 bars and like Catalina Crunch Chex Mix.
You like didn't poop for a couple days.
No, honestly. I had literally Cheeto dust underneath my butter yellow nails for like a whole week.
Yeah, it's not my like you need to bring food to the airport. I realize like
Mhm.
people be doing that, but I just never have enough time or I never leave myself enough time.
Yeah.
But like those are the moments where you're like, I wish I had just a nourishing meal to kind of
That's why Farmer's
not
Fridge
feel
is so bomb.
psychotic. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Have you guys ever been to the airport? There's this Farmer's Fridge, which is that like vending machine with healthy food. I get it all the time.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it.
It's the best option out there.
Their little Mediterranean salad.
Mhm.
You can get their hard-boiled eggs,
Mhm.
which I got you some.
I know. Thankful.
I know I got you hard-boiled eggs and I got you
My
chicken
list
and I got you steak and salmon.
my list when I come.
Her list is like
Salmon, hard-boiled
caveman.
eggs, steak, and berries.
I know,
Because I'm like,
honestly.
I'm only here for 2 days-ish. So I'm like, okay, what meals are we gonna have here? That should cover it.
Yeah. I mean, like that'll satisfy me. I'm like, give me processed bars, shakes. I'm like, that's literally all that I want.
Today we wanted to do a little relationship advice episode.
Yeah, we got questions in the DMs for
Mhm.
relationship stuff.
Oh, hello. Who
Wait,
is
what is
this?
that? Your AI?
I actually don't even know what that is.
That scares me.
That's scary.
I don't like those voices. Sometimes I get triggered when it tells me what to do.
Where
Like in the car. If it's like turn left, I'm like, shut up.
Oh. She doesn't like authority.
I don't like authority. I don't like literally anyone telling me what to do, including AI.
Okay.
Also, Chat Daddy. I was like with my makeup artist today, and we were doing our astrocartography on Chat Daddy, and it
Was
has
it not accurate?
God, it was not. I was like, it was like da 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 da, and it was like someone like you, a Leo moon, and I'm like, I'm not a Leo moon.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I literally go, I'm not a
not
Leo
quite there
moon
yet.
dog, and it goes, oops, haha, Sag moon. I was like, what? It literally just goes, oops, haha, sorry. I was like, dude, you're like, people are like building their whole lives off of you. Like, what do you mean? Don't
Wait,
oops,
that's
haha. Yeah, I just
crazy.
had it wrong.
I wonder if it went from one type of astrology to another real quick, where it's like, ooh, let's try this one.
Let me ask it why. Like, why'd you mess that up? Like, oh, I also was like, tell me about, like, what do you think about me today? And it was like, said this, I was like, this is stupid. Why did you mess my astrology up, bro? Why did you, why did you? Oh no. I said, you said Leo moon. I'm not. Oh, got it. You're absolutely right to call that out. Like, it affirms you. Not sure where the Leo moon slip came from. Maybe a confusion on my end.
Dude,
Dude, what?
get it right, get
That's
it
because
tight.
Chat Daddy said, man.
Okay, so we got some questions. Some of these are really juice. So, they were a little longer, so we made them digestible. Okay, my boyfriend and I are talking about moving in together, but he has a really close female best friend. They FaceTime every night, type of close. I trust him, but I also feel kind of sidelined. Is this a deal breaker or just my insecurity talking?
Move in and answer the phone every night instead of him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, babe.
Hey, girl. What's up?
I don't like this.
Mm-mm.
I think it's more so I'm not saying he's cheating. I don't think maybe it's not anything more than a friendship. But I think when you have a romantic in this dynamic, a woman in your life, you have to be mindful of the other women in your life taking up space. And it's not to say that you can't have female friendships as a guy. I think that's fine and healthy, but you have to be very aware of like the space that they're taking up,
Mhm.
the priority that you're giving them potentially over your partner, and how that can affect especially your female partner. Like I think a lot of guys might chalk it up to being like you're crazy, don't overreact. But it's like how you do one thing is how you're going to do everything. So if you're prioritizing your female best friend at night on a FaceTime over having a catch up conversation at the end of the day with your girlfriend and connecting with her in person in a real way, eh, something feels a little off or the priorities feel a little off to me.
Every night?
It's weird.
What?
That's codependent.
That's so weird. Every night? Who does anything every night?
I know.
That's
It
like
almost feels very high school. Like I used to talk to my friends every
100%.
night on the phone.
I used to talk to all the boys that liked me, but I like didn't like them every night.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, oh, 5 o'clock, it's Rick's time.
Honestly, I'd be like three-way with Brandon and Tom.
They're all like, why are you guys here?
Honestly, dude, multitasking. I mean, I just think it's crazy, and I'm gonna call myself out here, that you should feel empowered to say something.
For sure.
Like, to be like, "Hey, this doesn't work for me."
Mm-hmm.
I think I've realized more. I'm like, growing up in Ohio, so conservative. I think it's embedded in me more than I think. Not conservative even politically, but it's like conservative in the values.
Sure.
Where I'm like, "No, I don't want you to be talking to a woman more than me."
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy?
Or just like, yeah, the FaceTime
And
is really interesting.
FaceTime's a
You can
thing.
text your friends. You can like say, hey, what's up? How are
And
you? Just
before
thinking about
bed,
you.
that's the last face you see
Yeah,
before
it's weird.
bed. What
It's
are you
very weird.
talking about?
It's like a very sacred time, I
Andy,
think.
you're moving in together? What?
Mm-hmm.
That's just a no.
Yeah, it's enough for me.
There's
But I
a
think your point of like, this, I'm not really comfortable with this.
yeah.
And I do think then it can open the door to just having a conversation about like what it's bringing up for you, why maybe he feels like he has to do that or wants to do that. Hopefully there could be an honest
I
conversation
can't wait to
around
meet
that.
my man because there's just no world in which I'm gonna have to be like, hey, this is bringing up. What do you think it's bringing up?
I know.
Come on. Like, this is the whole thing. It's like, I mean, I just got out of a situation like this, but even having to explain why that makes you uncomfortable
Totally.
is psychotic.
Well, that's the thing where like I think what's concerning me about this is that there seems to be like no acknowledgement from her boyfriend of like, I can totally see how this would bother you. Like, so the non-acknowledgement is either that he knows it could bother her, but he's ignoring it, or there's kind of that like ego of like, this is something I want to do and I don't care how it affects her. And like, or
100%.
I'm not even like aware of my partner's feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless she says something directly. I think as partners, yes, communication verbally is very important, but energetically you have to be tuning into each other and picking up on things. Like it's a natural part of relationship, and I don't mean in a codependent way, but I mean in like a loving way of like,
Mhm.
I'm feeling like something might be off and I would love to talk to you. Like, is there anything you want
Mhm.
to share? Anything like you feel like is unsaid? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that would saying if there's anything left unsaid, I don't know if would elicit a response because a man would be like, "What?"
No, meaning I would want him to like have that emotional maturity to like pick up
Oh,
him
yeah.
not having
Oh, yeah.
the
That's what I'm talking about.
maturity to say, you know what, she seems a little stressed lately or a little like on edge about this, like picking it up and then being like, let's talk about it
Mhm.
rather than letting her stew,
Mhm.
letting her wonder,
Mhm.
letting her look crazy
Mhm.
when she's not.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it would be something you'd have to talk about before moving in, like, "Hey, what would be the conversation that's, like, regulated?" Like, "I love you so much, I'm so looking forward to our next step," and when I think about that and the deepening that we're gonna be having, and the, like, greater prioritization of our relationship, some things come up for me, and one of those is the relationship that you have with your best friend or with your friend, where you're talking and connecting really deeply and intimately during a time that will be for us
Mhm.
in our home. And I'm curious about how that transition is going to happen because I'm going to want your undivided
Mhm.
time when we're in bed.
Mhm. Yes. Period. I think that's a great one.
And then he'll say, "I love you so much. Who told you that?"
But also, we're adults, and I don't think you need to be on the phone with anyone every single day
Girl,
for more than fucking half an hour.
no.
Like,
Mm-mm.
I'm like averse to the phone, so I'm probably an extreme case, but I just think like you do that in high school, you did that a little bit in college, but then like I feel like you start to just like want to carve out your own time and realize like the little mini codependencies you have with certain friends where it's like, "Oh my god, we didn't talk on the phone." Like, what does that mean? It's
Totally.
like you just kind of detangle from that
Yeah.
in a healthy way. Um, Great question though. In my 20s, I was just financially a little bit unwell. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit with random overdraft fees or had that moment of panic realizing a bill auto drafted before my paycheck even cleared. My younger self would have loved Chime because it takes away so much of that stress. Chime understands that every dollar counts. That's why when you set up direct deposit through Chime, you can get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting paid up to 2 days early, and more. Here's what I love most. Chime is banking done right. You can open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees. With qualifying direct deposits, you're eligible for free overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. And to date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion. That is wild. Plus, you get access to over 47,000 fee-free ATMs. That's more than the top 3 national banks combined. For me, I love the daily balance updates and real-time alerts. They've totally changed the way I track my spending. I say that you must look at your finances. You must look at what you have nearly every day. I use Chime, and you should too. Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/almost30. That's chime.com/almost30. Chime feels like progress.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. Bank ranking and number of ATMs according to U.S. News and World Report 2023. Chime checking account required.
Okay, so lately I've been giving my closet a little glow up, and honestly, Revolve has been my go-to for nearly all of it. It is just about to be the fall season, and I love that whether it's a night out, a wedding, or just my everyday run around the city, but still want to look put together vibe. Revolve has me covered. I have used them throughout our tours, interview processes. It's been just an incredible place for me to get looks that I feel confident in, that really like express my style in a unique way. And I love most how easy easy it is to shop on Revolve. The curated edits make it so simple to find exactly what I need without endless scrolling. That's the worst. Vacation looks, concert outfits, or even just elevated basics. Plus, they seriously have everything. Over 1,200 brands and over 100,000 styles with new arrivals daily. And the recommended for you picks are actually spot on with my style. I'm kind of freaked out. It's kind of cool. My current favorites, okay, I just want to give you like an insight into my cart, like what I just got. So I got I got the cropped sweater from Fear of God Essentials. It's like this really beautiful green color, great for fall. Nice big oversized sleeves, so cute. I also got the crew sweatshirt from WAO. It's just like a very simple basic, but I think I can like dress it up, dress it down, be my like kind of chic casual that I like. Oh, and I got the new Dunk Low sneaker from Nike. It's a cacao wow and coconut milk colors. Okay, so picture like that brown and cream. It is screaming fall. I'm so excited. So I am getting all of my wardrobe pieces this fall from Revolve, and I highly recommend. Okay, you are going to discover brands on Revolve, which I have many times over. I just discovered Helsa, which I love. I love Norma Kamali. She's on there. And guess what? Best part, whether it's a weekend getaway, a big night out, or just a little style refresh, your dream wardrobe is just one click away. It is so easy to shop on Revolve. Head to revolve.com/almost30. You can shop our edit and take 15% off your first order with code almost30. Fast 2-day shipping, easy returns, easy returns, which is awesome. And it's literally the only place you need to shop from. That's revolve.com/almost30 to shop our favorites and get 15% off your first order with code almost30. Offer ends October 12th. So happy shopping. Okay. I'm newly married and suddenly questioning if I even believe in monogamy. I love my husband, but part of me wonders if we rushed into a structure that doesn't actually fit me. Is that normal or is it just cold feet post-wedding?
I'm just trying to think about what I want to share.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say something. When I was in a relationship that wasn't working, I was like, maybe I'm polyamorous. I was like, maybe like,
I do remember you saying something like,
what did I say?
no, you said something like, who knows what'll happen later in life, which you may still believe.
That's
But
true. Hey, that's what I'll say with anything. Who
who
knows what will happen
knows?
later in life?
Yeah, it's true.
I have the right to become a poly freak next year. But I'll say that when I was not having my needs met and wanting to leave, I was curious about that. And I think it was probably a bridge for something. Not that I'm saying everyone that's poly is like that, because I do, poly could work for some people if they're all in integrity and sovereignty. But I'd be curious of what exactly you'd be looking, in all seriousness, what you'd be looking to get out of having an additional connection from that. If it's, and usually what, Esther Perel talks about is cheating is usually how that person makes you feel, not about the connection. So it
Yep.
makes you feel sexy or vivacious or seen or powerful or whatever the things are. So what is it that you're looking to feel from that additional connection? And then seeing, if you can cultivate it in your relationship first. I'm trying to think if I've ever known, I only know, maybe I know two couples where they've opened up and closed successfully. I don't know. Most I've heard, because I'm in Los Angeles, baby, everybody's doing their thing. So most I think haven't worked or
Yeah.
something has happened.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people that do like play parties and like kind of experiment, you know. But they're
Yeah.
very deeply spiritual, deeply resourced, deeply communicative, deeply with all the word, like they have all the words in the language to be able to do that. So,
Yeah, and I wonder about that too, where like, we kind of, and maybe it is spiritual. I think it is spiritual, but also like we over spiritualize it sometimes, where we're like, okay, here's the right container, and here's the words we
yeah,
use to kind of make
yeah,
it okay.
yeah,
But then usually for one of the people, maybe both, but usually one of the people, like it's like not acknowledging their just like raw emotional experience of it. Where usually one person wants it more than the other. And then you're just kind of like, I'm not fucking okay with this.
hmm
And then like, there's a very public example of this right now that I'm sure a lot of you know about. But I think if we bypass that like raw reaction or
Mhm.
emotional response to something like this, like her husband's response to if she were to say like, you know, I would love to explore being with other people as well. Like just allowing him to have that very raw emotional response, like and kind of all the colors of it. Cause I think in the spiritual community, it's like, this is a part of your growth and
Yeah,
evolution and whatever,
totally.
which is like fine and maybe true for some people, but maybe for some people it's like not right for them
Mhm.
and they can't be manipulated into like believing that it is. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Based
Yeah,
on
of
like spiritual
course.
principles.
Of course. You can say no
Yeah, you can absolutely say
in
no. But
relationships.
I think to her, so she's wondering, she's kind of feeling like that post wedding, like, ooh, like monogamy feels a little constrained, is what I'm like hearing.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, it's just
Maybe
like
your man's a snooze.
getting really
Just kidding.
clear too about like, what does that mean to you? Like what about the structure feels constricting? Is it that there's only one person or is it that you guys are kind of in an autopilot?
Yeah.
Like can you bring some novelty into the relationship? Can you, switch up your routine? Can you travel? Can you like go on a journey of like a new experience that you both are pursuing together? Maybe it's like something challenging but fun or maybe
Mhm.
like an aspect of your health journey that you could do together. But I just think we forget that we can bring novelty into our relationships and it
Mhm.
could change so much. We can see different aspects of ourselves
Mhm.
and our partner. When I think that's sometimes what we're seeking is like the new or the other
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
it could be available to us right here if we explore it or we're
Mhm.
willing to explore it
I
or
am
ask for it.
curious if evolutionarily, I forget if that's a word, but
It is.
if we will move more toward, cuz like tribal in tribes, it was more polyamorous. In Sex at Dawn, it talks a lot about that, but
Mhm.
which is a really great book even if you're not poly. And so I'm curious if like there will be more of an evolution
Mhm.
to that. I'm not saying it's more evolved, but I'm just saying with the way things are going as far as like people breaking down paradigms and structures of I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
It's obviously not my preference, but I just get curious about it.
Mhm.
And I was saying this the other day. I'm like, the lack of quality men makes it a more scarce resource for women. And so I'm curious to see if more women will be available to be one of the women of one quality man,
Mm.
you know?
Mhm.
Because I'm talking about like, Logan Urie's work and Scott Galloway's work and, all the work that's kind of been coming out about how men are less educated, men are earning
Yeah.
less, men are less emotionally available, emotionally attuned, men are just like not really up to snuff right now as far as how far advanced or how much women are growing and how powerful women are becoming. And I'm saying this not like happy about it. It's not my preference um, to have this happening. But with that, I think there will be less men that are viable.
Mhm.
And so I'm curious if men with more resources will have more potential and availability to have more women, like a king or like
Yeah.
in a kingdom.
Which feels like a power play to me.
For sure, 100%, of course.
Yeah.
Talking about resource scarcity,
Yeah.
like resource
Where they're
scarcity
like,
making
yeah,
it,
you
yeah.
don't have
Yeah,
a huge selection, so
here's all you got.
yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I'm just like a philosopher at heart.
Mhm.
I'm just exploring what's obviously
Totally.
not my preference. But yeah, I think with that situation with her, back to that, I think you have to know that there is a risk that the relationship will be ruined.
Mhm.
I think you'd have to understand that in the deepest of your heart. Like
For sure.
doing this there's a great potential that this will ruin the relationship.
Yeah.
Could make it better. Of course, there's always that potential, but like you have to be ready to be like saying goodbye to the way the
Yeah.
relationship was. Yeah, and it's like if you had a partner that said that and like, could you come back from it?
I know.
I had a friend, one of my really good friends, she told her husband she wanted to be open. And we laugh about it now, like all the time, because he was like, okay, man. He just was like, what? He like literally like laughed about it. He's like, okay. And like didn't take it seriously at all. And now they're like better than ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was just expressing the desire.
Yeah. Just let her just express and like experiment, just say that and like he was like,
Totally.
okay.
But also, I'm sure that confidence that he had
Hmm.
in that and being like, okay,
Hmm.
whatever, like turned her on.
For
I can
sure.
I can see
100%. That's
that
so true.
where it's like,
Yeah, he was like, "Okay." I bring it up every time. We, like, laugh our asses off. I'm like, "Remember when she wanted to be open?" And now they have, like, 2 kids and, like, life is about their kids, like so
But I also think just acknowledging right after a wedding, just that
that's a good
feeling of
one.
like a life change. Give yourself a moment. I'm
Avoidance of intimacy too.
yeah, yeah. There's just like it can feel like everything's changed, or maybe you were hoping for a change and it feels like not like there's no change. I
Yeah,
think people have different experiences of getting
true.
married where they're like, oh, it's just the same. And they were
I
hoping
know.
for it to be different.
Yeah,
Or the other way around where they're like, no, like it's just going to be more of the same and I love him. And then it like feels completely different
yeah,
depending on people's reaction to marriage. Um, but just like give yourself a moment because some people have the low after the wedding, just
mhm,
emotionally, internally, because it's like it can be such a high.
mhm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I forgot about the after the wedding thing because it could be fear of intimacy. You just had made a big decision you could wanna run, and so
Yeah,
you wanna run
totally.
and find a different connection to not have the depth with that person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what monogamy calls you to is like
Yeah.
the depth
Staying
and
here.
is,
Mhm.
yeah, the commitment, which can be like very uncomfortable at times.
Yeah. Let's do one more.
Okay. I'm 35 and I've been with my partner for 7 years. We're solid, but I recently met someone who made me feel alive in a way I haven't in years. I didn't cheat, but now I'm questioning everything. Do long term relationships just evolve, or is this a sign I'm settling?
Hmm. What do you think?
I think to your point earlier about like soul connections,
Mhm.
you know, I think that is so real and it can feel like romance.
Mhm.
So you could feel like, whoa, like I'm not getting that exact same experience with my partner in that way,
Mhm.
or we haven't gone there yet.
Mhm.
And so it can feel kind of, you're smiling at me, so I know you want to say something. But I think there's something to the soul connection that can kind of like trip you up. I haven't had that since Sean. But I've had soul connections in my life that have come in when I've been like dating other people.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
like they just kind of like did a little
Mhm.
system trip where I'm like,
Mhm.
"Mm." But I do think there's information there. Maybe you are meant to be with them, but maybe there's aspects of what they're bringing, the energy or the opportunity they're bringing to go a little bit deeper that like you could clock as maybe a desire that you have that you can bring to your current relationship, something that you can communicate a little bit more clearly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, someone who's cheated before, like I'm I would think hesitant to like just go for that like golden carrot in front of me and
Mhm.
be like, "Oh, this feels so good. Let me go." You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
honestly. I wonder if it feels better for people to just release because it's like if you feel the spark, then you're like, "This is bad." And you're like, "This is bad, something's wrong." And what if you were just
Mhm.
like, "Hey, that's just another person that I'm vibing with."
Totally.
And I have the prefrontal cortex discernment to say I'm not gonna have sex with them and leave my relationship.
Yep.
But I just had a moment and it felt good and it was
Totally.
interesting. And I think that's what I wanna cultivate in my next level because 'cause I've had so many of those,
Mhm.
um, that I'm just like, I can't take these fully seriously and I can't feel bad about them,
Yeah. I
you
think that's a
know?
really important point.
So I think it's just like freeing
Dropping the
yourself.
shame
Yeah,
because it's like
dropping
the
the shame.
shame kind of keeps you in the loop of like, "What is this? What
Yeah.
is this?"
Yeah, like, also because 'cause I am thinking about, though, in the relationships that were ending or needed to end, I did have that with a lot more people,
Mhm.
and when I was really connected and attuned to my partner, I've never had that,
Yeah.
and so, I don't know if my experience is the same as yours, but for me, it was an indicator that
Yeah,
there
same.
was yeah.
So it's almost like you're desire not being met in your current relationship is almost like a little radio signal, and you're kind of like calling in an
Mhm.
experience that kind of satisfies that, and so
Mhm.
it kind of tickles your fancy, you
I
know?
mean, you'd almost make it up. Like, I remember, like, at my first job, I was in a long-term relationship with someone for, like, 5 years at that point, I think 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know. And I was, like, obsessed with my boss. One of my bosses, not the one
Mhm.
that was a creep, but this man was the most emotionally unavailable person you couldn't meet anyone more emotionally unavailable. And the way that I was, like, upset, it was so
Yeah.
crazy. Like, now I look back, I'm like,
Did you
"Damn,
ever do anything?
no."
Yeah.
No, he literally was,
Not available.
like, so unavailable. If I could get that man to smile, I would go scream to the moon, scream to the mountaintops. Like, he would reply to me, YNTHX. Like, he was so but we had, our meetings, and I
Totally.
would do my best to just, like, work it and, like, get a crack of a smile. I still don't think he's in a relationship. He's, like, just whatever. But I was, like, I started to focus on this person
Mhm.
when I had this other, you know what I mean? Because I knew the relationship was ending, and that person that I was with was very emotionally available.
Mm.
Yeah.
And maybe at that age, it wasn't as attractive as it would be now.
Yeah, I think I just, it's not my person, so that's one thing. Um, I don't know if I was comfortable being with someone that was so emotionally available,
Yeah, exactly.
you know? So I was like, "Let me go to this stone wall. Let me try and
Yeah.
crack this stone wall of a human." Everyone at, like, my work wife, Cassidy, would be like, "What the fuck is this?" I used to go on jogs by his house.
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah, I'd
good.
like, run around, like, in circles around his house. Psychotic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Literally psychotic. Like, "What?" And I was like,
Where did he live?
in Chicago,
Oh, in
on Lakeshore.
Chicago. Okay,
On
okay,
Lakeshore
okay.
Drive, baby.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would be like,
Okay.
I don't know. I think because I was, like, kind of his assistant type thing, like, it was, like, account coordinator, and then you get promoted. So I was, like, in that role, and I think I got it from his mail. Like, I don't know how I got his. I remember when my boss, the boss of the boss, I worked with him for 2 years, and we were, like, crushed. Like, we were such a good team. And then one day they were like, "Hey, Kristen, we need to have a meeting." And I was like, "If you're gonna take me away from blank blank's accounts, I'm gonna kill myself." I literally, you guys, I said that. I said that at a
Okay.
corporate job.
All right.
You guys, I honestly,
They're
I
like, "HR?"
no, his face, he literally, like, looks down and blinks at me, and he's like, "What?" Like, I cannot believe how I've never not been me. It's so crazy. And he was like, "We have to take you off his accounts." And I was like, "Oh, ah."
Because you were circling his house?
Because no, because I was, this is what they told me, but they're like, "Yeah, honestly, who knows?" They're like, "I was really good, and so they needed me to go with another person to
Yeah.
help their business,
Yeah.
to help their book of business, so that this person that I was with previously was really good, so he could
Yeah.
work with someone that was more junior."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, but yeah.
He also checked his security cameras and saw you on
No,
his camera.
honestly, he saw me circling his house, checking his LinkedIn every single day. He had no social media, so I would just look at his LinkedIn all the time. I was just like, "Oh." He was tall,
Mhm.
cute.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power that some people had over us in our 20s, just like random ass people, I feel like that now I'm like,
I think
"Mm?"
too, I wanted entertainment. I think it was an entertainment opportunity for
'Cause you were
me.
like kinda at work.
Yeah, man. I was like,
Yeah.
"What the heck are these gray cubes? What am I doing here at
Yeah.
this desk?" So it was like my kind of way to be like, make my own little show in my
Get
head.
excited for
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
work.
he just came in.
Oh, yeah.
Sit up straight."
Totally.
Gotta get on those phones, gotta make those dials.
Okay, great questions from my girls. Hope that was
Mhm.
helpful.
We love you guys. Thanks for getting the book. It's been so good to see it in your hands and for all
Mhm.
the feedback. And if you don't have Almost 30, you should order it now. Amazon, Target, Barnes& and Noble, Audible has us recording. Actually, Spotify has it for premium listeners.
Spotify, and, like, I've seen it at, like, little bookstores,
Oh
big
my gosh,
bookstores.
yeah.
I've seen it at every airport,
Yep.
which is great, so check it out at the airport and go into your local bookstore, tell them you want them to order
Yeah, thank you for writing
it.
reviews too. Everyone that's read it has written really nice reviews. It's such a kind way to, like, share the messages of the book and everything like that. So Almost 30 is really the guide for going from lost to a life you love.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so, so much. Again, the book is Almost 30, A Definitive Guide to a Life You Love, the next decade and beyond. You can get it on our website or anywhere books are sold. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you soon. I love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you.